Hello everyone, and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. I now feel ready to drop on you my new Rogue Multishot Marksman. Now this is a build that I have been working on since 0.8 dropped, and I went in with the idea that I wanted to try and recreate a Diablo 2 style Amazon class, which was one of my favorite classes from that game and pretty much my favorite game of all time. Now unfortunately there's no skill in here to do any form of like guided arrow or anything like that, but multi-shot works very well. Before this build guide, of course, we will look at damage at the training dummy. I will show you gameplay, then we will break down skills, passives, gear, and I will tell you how to effectively level this character. All right, let's jump right into this. Skills I'm going to be using for this guide are Shift, which gives you movement and survivability, Smoke Bomb, which gives you DPS and survivability, Decoy, which allows you to kite and gives you survivability, Multishot, but Multishot isn't actually used. It's used inside of Flurry's node, which unlocks it while you are channeling. And I'll explain what that means during the actual skill breakdown portion. But ultimately, when you are channeling Flurry, it is going to be shooting multi-shot during that time. Now, obviously, you're going to be looking at the damage numbers above the training dummy, and I'm going to be critting over 50,000 once I get Sharpshooter leveled to 10, but also check out my mana. Normally, when you are channeling, your mana goes down super fast. Look at how long I can shoot Flurry while I'm channeling. Okay, here we go. Look at how fast you shoot. Still shooting. Still shooting. And out. Now, let's just say you do run out of mana, right? You're speed running, you're doing stuff. Watch it how fast you can shoot even when you're out. Okay, hold on, I gotta get it back down to 0. All right. And here we go. So I'm out. You're still shooting almost every second. This is when you are out of mana. See what I'm saying? Okay, let me show you this in action. Right now we are logged into a level 100 Echo. This is the Burning Forest. Oh, we got some big guys to kill. Went down pretty fast.
Easy. Too easy.
Too easy. Back there. Sorry, crab. I like fighting the crabs. Normally a good experience level. Now, while you are watching gameplay, there's something that I wanted to say. When I am making these builds, I take no outside influence, which means right now I don't know if this build has been made 100 times or if I have made something unique. I make it a point to not watch any other marksman because I want to make sure that I am making the build on my own. Never want to copy anybody else's or even modify someone else's build. So, I'm hoping that this is something unique, but if 100 people have already made it, I apologize. I have no idea. Get out of here. See how fast they went down? Level 100. Get out of here. Come on. What do we got? Look at this pack. It's like bread and butter for multi-shot. You'll notice too that it'll knock back everybody. Alright. Who's down there? You? Go away. Alright. Too easy! Now you'll notice that I've obviously towards the end my mana is starting to run low. Now watch how fast it comes up. Look at that. Sorry, worms. Anybody else? You? Easy. All right, let me show you how to recreate this build, starting with skills. Go to Shift. So you want 3 into Shadow Recuperation, 2 into Breathing Techniques, 1 into Rebound, 4 into Swift Recovery, 1 into Shadow Flip, 5 into Elusive, 3 into Momentum, and 1 into Emergency Flask. Now, if you're just going to use your potions yourself, you don't need Emergency Flask. What this is if you are under 50% life and you use Shift, it actually uses it for you. So for me, anytime I need to use a flask, I just use Shift, or if I'm not paying attention, it's actually saved me a lot. But you can put that point somewhere else if you just want to use your potions yourself. We will do Flurry last, under Smoke Bomb. 1 into Thick Smoke, 5 into Lingering Fumes, 5 into Shadow Hunter, and Shadow Hunter basically makes it where you are going to be critting the entire time you are inside your Smoke Bomb. That's why you want it to last as long as possible. 1 into Shrouded in Darkness. This gives you survivability when you are in your Smoke Bomb. Impending Gloom. This makes it where you have a larger radius and the growth is bigger, so you're not caught in this little bubble. You can move around in your Smoke Bomb. And then 4 into Rapid Concealment. I freaking love this skill. Moving over to Decoy. 3 into Efficient Construction, 1 into Sonic Detonation, 5 into Embedded Spikes, 1 into Backup Buddy. This makes it where you could throw 2. Super important. 5 into Lasting Presence. You want it to last as long as possible. That is why you take 5 into here. But even though the cooldown is longer, no big deal because you have a Backup Buddy. 4 into the Shadows and 1 into Ambush. This gives you lots of survivability. Multishot. 1 into Efficient Draw, 1 into Strong Pull, 1 into Keep Pushing him around. This is what gives you knockback. 2 into Bondkin Points, 1 into Readiness Arrows, 1 into Hang Loose, 1 into Back to Back, and 2 into Repeater Bow. This makes it so every 8 shots you shoot it twice, but when you take 2 into here, it's going to be every 4 shots. Big damage boost. 3 into Sniping, 3 into Pinning Shots, 2 into Large Quiver. It makes it so you shoot an extra 4 arrows, and 2 into No Easy Way Out. You want to slow all your enemies, which this build does, so that they take 60% more damage. Last but certainly not least, Flurry. 3 into Deep Strikes, 3 into Alcrity, 2 into Blood Rivalry, 2 into Second Wind, 2 into Sap Willpower, we'll talk about this in a second, 1 into Boundless Blows, this is what turns Flurry into a channeling ability, 1 into Accelerating Impact, 5 into Pavis, and 1 into Fusillade. Now this node right here is what turns, or which is what makes it that every 4th arrow you shoot multi-shot. But it also adds plus 15 to the mana drain. That's why this build is super mana dependent. Okay? Now, this Arrow Storm makes you shoot a whole lot faster, and obviously if you're shooting faster, that means you're getting more multi-shots out. Now, I was testing this a lot because technically you do a lot more damage. That being said, you're inaccurate. Now, when you're inaccurate, that means you're not hitting an enemy. And if you're not hitting an enemy, that means you are not getting the mana gain that Flurry grants you. Now, it is very important that when you are channeling, you are always hitting an enemy with your Flurry shot so that you're building back up mana, not just depending on mana regen that you're going to get from your gear. So, you know, if you have amazing gear, maybe you could take this node right here so you shoot a whole lot faster, but I found that you were running out of mana even faster when you tried to do it. But those are the skills. Moving over to passives, and like normal, we're going to go through these fairly fast. Now, my character is only level 78, and it has still been able to clear everything this game has to offer. Let me show you what I selected. So under the base rogue class, you only have 4. 8 into Swift Assassin, 5 into Dodge and Parry, 8 into Steady Hand, and 8 into Critical Precision. That's it. Under Blade Dancer, 8 into Cloak of Shadows. Under Marksman, 8 into Draining Arrows, 5 into Assassin's Quiver, 5 into Wound Maker, 6 into Heightened Senses, 8 into Concentration, Concentration's awesome, 1 into Meditation, 1 into Reflection, 6 into Sniper's Gambit, 5 into Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is also awesome. 1 into Barrage of Pain, 1 into Eternal Arrows, 2 into Master Archer, and 5 into Perfect Aim. Moving over to gear, starting with idols. Now on the idols, it is literally a no-brainer because one of the large idols rolls with an affix 4 multi-shot arrow. And right now you can see on here 6% multi-shot, 5, 5, and 5. So a 21% damage increase per arrow. Now, as far as the secondary affix, on this one it's dodge rating, on this one it's armor shed, on this one it is critical strike chance with bow, but what you want is physical damage boost, which is this one. And I've only ever found one and it rolled terribly, but ultimately you can get increased physical damage by as high as 45% and multi-shot damage by 6%. So those are the idols. The only item that is required for this build is the new unique bow, Drelkor's Compass. Why is it required? Because one, it can roll with up to 110 or plus 110 to physical damage, bow physical damage. It reduces your mana cost, which you need, and of course it gives you 4 extra arrows for multi-shot. Now let me highlight all my gear and I will stop when there isn't something required. So on helmet, you need cooldown recovery speed, tier 5. It will help you a lot with shift and smoke bomb. On top of that, helmet and armor are the only 2 items that can roll with increase per arrow multi-shot damage, which this item has 9%. Really good. Amulet, quiver, armor, ring, it requires mana regen, belt, ring, it requires mana regen, relic, it requires mana regen, boots, and gloves. You want to take a guess? It requires mana regen. Now when you're looking at this ring should be at 16%, but right now it is only at tier 2, so this should be at 16%. And then as far as amulet, that is the only item that can roll with mana efficiency on it, and you can get it as high as 13%. It only knocks it down 1 or 2 points, but it does make a difference. With the time I had, I haven't been able to find an amulet good enough for this build, so this could be better, and this ring could be better as far as mana regen goes. But that is the gear. You've seen the skills, you've seen the passives, you've seen the gear. So let's check out the character sheet now. And I'm going to show you how these skills in this build has perfect synergy. Now you saw me use shift, you're going to literally use this all the time as soon as it resets. Now check out the dodge number when you use shift. I know it's only for a second, but it's important, okay? And shift. Jumps up to 75%. When you use shift, you're pretty much invulnerable. You're going to be dodging everything that comes at you. And again, you're going to be shifting all the time. Okay? Smoke bomb. Watch this. Watch the dodge. 28, 33, 38, 42, 50, 52, 54. Okay? When you are inside smoke bomb, it is going to help you with your dodge. But it's also going to do 2 other things. Watch your glancing blow. Smoke bomb. %71 glancing blow. And they said glancing blow was dead. No way. Okay? Last thing that smoke bomb does. Gosh, this skill is good. Watch the critical strike chance. Right now we're at 19% and 56%. So basically when you are inside your smoke bomb, dodge rating, glancing blow, and you're going to be critting everything you hit. Pretty good skill. Oh, and you gain haste, so you're gonna be able to run fast when you're inside of it. So yeah, it's freaking awesome. Okay, decoy, and you can throw 2 of them. Watch your dodge rating when you use your decoy. 42%. You see how everything boosts you and keeps you alive, including decoy, and you can use 2 of them. But there's something else that decoy does. Watch your critical strike multiplier. Right now it's at 312, and decoy. Now we just have to be patient for a second for it to explode. And now your critical strike multiplier is at 354. When it explodes, it basically gives you a boost in damage as well. Okay, but we're not done. When you are looking at the resistances, now through my gear and through the passives, my critical strike avoidance is at 103%. Have to have that stat over 100. But physical, poison, necrotic, and void, they're all over 75, which is good. But my elemental resistances suck. So how do I fix that? No big deal, because while you're channeling Fury, are you ready? It boosts your elemental resistances. Now they're at 93, 91, and 79. Just be careful when you aren't shooting. Last question to answer. How do you level up this rogue class? Well, I already made an entire separate video on how to level up either a Blade Dancer or a Marksman. It doesn't matter which one, and it'll take you all the way through the campaign to level 55-60. Now, before you can use the channeling version of Flurry, you have to have the mana efficiency gear and mana regen. Until you have that, you will literally be out of mana extremely fast. So the way I have my skills right now on the screen is what you want. You want to take Dark Quiver, and then you want to use Multishot as just your main damage dealer. I know it shoots slower on here. And then under skills for Multishot, so when you were using it with Flurry, you wanted ready arrows. You don't want that anymore while you're leveling. You actually want to take readied arrows and put that into efficient draw. And then down here under large quiver, you don't want to take those. You want to put that extra point into efficient draw. And then the extra point I would put into no easy way out. That'll make it so that you could use and shoot multi-shot all the time and not really have to worry about the mana. And then under Dark Quiver, what's really important is 4 into here, or 4 into heavy arrows, 5 into rendering shots, and 1 into true shot, which boosts your multi-shot. So that is the way I would set up my skills. That's the way I did set up my skills when I was leveling up, until I got the correct gear and I can move over to Flurry and set it up where multi-shot is used inside of it. That is what you want to do, and check out my leveling guide. It will save you so much time. All right, everybody, that's the build guide and the completion of my 6th build, which is 0.8 ready. If you are curious about any of my other builds that have completed endgame, they are all in the description below, and all of my builds now have loot filters. But what do you think of my Marksman? Did I potentially miss something where I can push it even farther? Let me know in the comment section below. If you have not joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're now over 510 members, great conversations every day, especially around Last Epoch. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is in the description. Thank you all for watching. Stay home, stay safe. Don't forget to join the official Action RPG Discord. Aaron